Depending on what camera angle you choose, it can help open up different things for you on the court, just by what the camera is focusing on, and have you pulling out moves you otherwise wouldn't do or even think to do. So with that, I'm going to be going over some of the lesser used camera angles that I think deserve to grace your virtual hardwood in NBA 2K24. So alright, let's get it. The baseline camera is unique because it really shows off the graphical power of the game that you can easily miss playing on the regular 2K view all the time. Being able to see the full crowd in the background as you come up the court is dope. And these lower level type cams really, it may sound weird, but it shows you that these are bodies that you have to navigate around and makes you way more aware of keeping the ball away from them. Also, because of the zoomed in straight down the middle of the court cam, it makes playing one-on-one offense and defense a lot better as you're able to judge angles on the court a lot easier. On the sides, it's still a bit hard because you can't tell if they or you have the lane or not, and once they do, like usual, it's hard to recover. Also a lot easier to stay patient in the paint and wait for your block as well, because the camera's so grounded, you can see when they lift off the ground better. One of the strengths of drive is you will always be in line with the hoop no matter where the ball is. So this can help you with your on-ball defense, especially on the sidelines, as you get a better view here. And playing pick and roll defense with your two guys in the action is more fun because of you being able to better see the angles the ball handler has on you. The vision you get here is a bit murky as far as passing to guys go, so you will lean more towards an isolation game as a ball handler or post-up player, which can lead to more contested shots. It may also help you have eyes in the back of your head, as you can see help defenders come over and just guess where your guys should be. Also, because the camera is looking straight down the court, you can kind of get yourself ready to steal Hail Mary passes because you're staring right at it. And pick and rolls are a lot more fun because you're so close, you realize every step matters. And I started to play a lot slower even when I turned the corner. If you play on regular 2K view before any of the others, I want you to immediately put it on high. This is the best camera as far as passing in the entire game. Being able to see above the court helps boost your ability to see passing lanes open and see them faster. I remember when you couldn't use this camera online, so I'm grateful for this one. Now on court takes drive and baseline to the next level here, as you're crazy close to the action. This camera helps you obviously see the angles when defending, and the very second the defender shifts the wrong way as you're the ball handler, as you're able to see every morsel of space that's there for the taking. But your passing is a bit limited around the perimeter because this is literally putting you on the court, so you're not going to be able to see everything. So you won't really know what's going on near the sidelines until the ball gets there on both sides. So on defense, you may have a guy wide open and not be able to do anything about it. So you may want help defense to be almost non-existent on this view. Also, shooting around the perimeter, you have to wait until he actually catches the ball before you shoot because the camera is moving with the ball, or else it will sneak up on you. And if you use the shot meter, make sure it's not at the bottom because it can be easily buried with the camera moving around. If you never want to pass the ball and shoot 50 times with one person, this camera is for you. This is the camera that has a bit of an NHL situation going on, where half the time you're going up the court and the other half you're going down, which I can see people either loving or hating just off of that and never using it. Going down the corner defense, it's insanely hard to defend the perimeter and not get shook. But once they get into the paint is where it's way easier to use the angles and put your body in between the ball handler and the hoop, making pick and roll defense going down the court surprisingly good. On offense, the biggest hurdle going down the court is the controls, as switching the ball to your right hand will show him moving the ball the opposite direction on screen, so there will be a bit of a delay in your mind and cause your dribbling combos to be a bit more basic in nature because everything is flipped. Another thing coming down the court on offense is you can see the instant your opponent tries to go for a passing lane steal and the lane it opens up for you to attack immediately. And a surprising pro is the vision you have passing to guys around the perimeter when you're in the paint and in the corners. The angles you wouldn't otherwise see and the players you wouldn't even think of passing to are now in your direct line of vision, and it can open up some wide open kickout shots. And the camera doesn't flip around or spin around when you gain possession, which I like because you can get in fast break a lot faster because you see the passing lanes quicker. If you want to emulate what you see on television, broadcast view is your best bet. For the realism, you're giving up a few things, like not being able to see down the court properly on offense and defense, so you just have to pray nobody is open. Also, anything towards the middle is a lot harder to judge as far as driving and mainly passing lanes because of the angle you're looking at. But the pull-up game, because you're looking from the side, gets boosted because you're able to see the exact moment they back up on you. Down the sidelines, it thrives also because you can see the exact moment your player gets by his nearest defender that you wouldn't otherwise make this pass on, say, 2K view, at least not as quick. Because of the angle and how close you are, rail pushes everything to the bottom of the screen naturally. It's also a lot harder to judge who's directly in the paint on this angle, so I wasn't a big fan of it. Passes in general are also a bit difficult, especially as you get to the corners, but it will cause you to work the passes you do make into the lane because you have a straight view of it and whether it's clear or not. Again, the broadcast can, but this one being a bit zoomed in, helps you see sideline passes a lot easier, increasing these types of passes because you're looking right at it, leading to open threes or attacks off the dribble because you can see how big a window you have to shoot or drive. And I started doing this move a lot more on this cam once I saw the lane open. Also, huge pros defending the sideline because of the angle is a lot better even over regular broadcast cam to tell how much space your opponent has, and you can adjust yourself properly off of that. And lastly, on rail high, I gravitated towards the bottom of the screen, and boy was Brunson cooking this game. On defense, the pick and roll is hard as well to line up right, as that allowed a lot more free passes, and this view may require heavy help defense because you can't see anybody. So alright, sports gamers, do you agree with the list? And if not, what's a camera that isn't used a lot that you have found a lot of success with or enjoyment from the game? Let me know in the comments down below. And check out some of our other NBA 2K24 tutorials on the channel where I go over different aspects of the game that I hope can help you. Alright people, I'm Chris. Thank you all for watching and be good y'all.